to the next episode because you want me to do something painfully cliche. And you actually started the timer correctly this time, so there you go.
Wow, normally it's like 2 seconds so we can goddamn stretch our legs, take a drink, do something like that before we start the next episode, maybe go pee. No, I ended the episode, stopped the timer, stretched out my leg for a second. We're starting the next episode.
Damn right.
Okay.
So, I've almost got to the warping song. And to the temple. Oh, shit. I hate those.
Flying enemies that knock you out of the air?
Yep.
I hate when that happens.
I can shoot them, but I was too far. That's your shield. Nut.
Oh, that's so cool.
Defensively, it's one of the strongest in the game.
Really?
Like, because it's all the way around covered.
Well, I imagine the Deku Scrub doesn't have that much going for it.
Not really.
Its attacks are weak.
He's very flammable.
Yeah.
Fun fact, being made out of wood makes you very flammable.
Most things are very flammable.
People are flammable, but it takes a while. You can stop, drop, and roll before horrible.
Do you know what's really stupid? Inflammable means the same thing as flammable.
Oh, I was about to say my coworker Christian. Okay, so we told him to take a piece of equipment to the ABK, which is the aft bulk compartment. The aft portion of the aircraft is its ass. It is the backmost compartment. Sorry. So, we have a forward belly, which has these bizarre-ass containers. I don't know how they stand, but they do. They go in the forward bellies of an Airbus. Then we have an aft belly, which contains more containers. And then behind that, we have the aft bulk compartment, or the ABK. So we tell him to take it to the ABK, and he takes this belt loader, which bulk moves freight, like small packages at a time, into the ABK, and he takes it to the front.
Teleporter?
Yeah. So, for some bizarre reason, he took a piece of equipment where it did not need to go, and he's been working there for over a year now. There's no excuse for this. There's no excuse.
It's no use.
Well, the problem when someone makes a horrible decision like that, I try and think the same string of logic that led them to that conclusion, and it causes me physical pain sometimes because the end result is just that stupid that I have to think of some convoluted things for, yes, this is the correct thing to do.
That's always fun.
When I cause myself physical pain from stupid, it is not fun. It hurts. But y'all know where that piece of heart is, so I actually might get that on a break in between episodes. Since you know where it's at.
Yeah, it's easier to get some things between episodes. I'm definitely going to be doing my grinding for Persona 3 between episodes.
Yeah.
Personas are very... I don't want to say grind-heavy games, but like...
They are grind-heavy games.
Yeah. And like, I love the games. I do. Don't get me wrong. They're some of my favorites, but... Sometimes in order to be an accurate level to fight a boss, you have to spend an extra 20 minutes grinding.
Or in the case of Persona, sometimes you need to make sure you can fuse Personas really well.
Yeah, like if you don't do your social links...
You're fucked.
You don't have access to some of the better you don't have... You're just not going to win.
You are not. I finally got a Deku stick. Holy shit.
Isn't that a basic item?
Yes.
Congratulations. You've joined the rest of the world. You have discovered fire. But,
And here we go.
I don't know. Like, some of the best Persona some of the best Personas I've ever had, I've gotten through Fusion. Like, unabashedly. Like, I have never gotten a great Persona through Shuffle Time. That is not what Shuffle Time is for.
No, it's
Shuffle Time is for fucking materials for Fusion.
It's fusion fodder.
Yeah. That's what it is. And if you think it's not,
You're wrong.
Yeah.
You're allowed to your opinion, but your opinion right now is wrong.
Yeah, like, maybe early game Apsaris is good because it starts with Dia, which is the heal spell, but like...
I like how we're still not talking about Zelda. We're on Persona. It's not even the same realm of game.
Do you know who I'd like to start a social link with?
Your mom?
No, Midna.
That'd be bizarre.
I'd love a social link with Midna. It'd be awesome.
Okay, so we're gonna go.
Teleport?
Yep. I'm gonna teleport back to the front of the swamp, shoot down Tingle. take his picture, show it to his father, watch him writhe in disappointment, and give me a piece of heart. In that order.
So you're going to shoot. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
That is cool. That was actually pretty
Whoa,
cool.
whoa, whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Let's be fair here. I didn't expect that for your fucking fast travel.
Hey, that's my fast travel.
Your fast travel's badass.
Right? This game is badass.
Also, I'd like to point out something I realized. They didn't want to animate the statues opening their wings, so it fucking does a white screen and then switches to the statue with fucking open arms.
That's fine.
Well, no, I'm
It was-
okay with it.
it
It's
was
just
the-
fun to notice that
it was-
type of shit.
It was the N64.
The N64.
Lower your standards.
The N64 is a lot worse than people seem to think it is.
That's a tough
Like-
little console.
Yeah, and it did a lot of revolutionary things, but
Some of the games have not aged well. Like, to be honest, this one really hasn't either. The graphics are not even subpar anymore compared to what we see.
fucking bowing.
But the game is still fun, and I still love the story associated with it. And
The atmosphere and music are great too.
Is it my nostalgia talking? Probably, but
Well, like I've never played this, so I don't have nostalgia for it. So
I don't know if I'll touch the cartridge again after I get the 3DS re-release.
which I'm kind of excited to get. Which I
Like-
didn't actually get the Ocarina of Time re-release.
See, and I did, and I haven't touched the cartridge in forever.
I got A Link Between Worlds because it looked really good, and it was. I loved it. Because, like, I wasn't that big of a Zelda fan, because the only ones I played were Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass.
So you,
like,
you happen to choose the shittiest ones.
apparently.
Yep.
And, like, I liked Spirit Tracks. I didn't really like Phantom Hourglass that much. But, like, I didn't get why people were saying that it was one of the greater games. Because, like, with Mario, I got it. I had Super Mario 64. I had Sunshine. I had the
Galaxy.
version for the Wii. The 2D version. Not Galaxy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I had those, and
Galaxy.
I played them, and they were so fun, and I loved them, and I knew why people liked Mario. I knew why people liked it. And then I got to Zelda, which was supposed to be just as well liked, if not more. And supposed to be really cool and have all this great shit. And I just didn't get it. And then I played Link Between Worlds, and it was like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Holy shit, I get it.
Yeah. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of puzzles, because...
Don't pop the puzzle. Holy
I
shit,
just-
my item screen's starting to fill up.
I wonder why. It's not like you're making progress.
I know, I just don't think about it, and then when I see and think about it...
I'm just not great at...
Woodfall Temple.
Yeah, Woodfall Temple.
It actually, for a first temple, it can be pretty difficult.
Really?
Well, yeah, because I'm guessing when they made Majora's Mask, they would already assume you
That you
have
had played Ocarina of
yeah,
Time?
you have some Legend of Zelda experience under your belt, since this is literally a direct sequel.
Which, to my knowledge, they don't do that often.
Not really. I guess technically A Link Between Worlds is a direct sequel, but like 200 years later. And so
As direct as Zelda gets.
So, to be fair, they haven't made any...
I think the Oracle games are direct sequels. Which I think you also really like the Oracle's games, but
I love them, but
I've never played them.
I'm not sure how well direct sequel works, because like you can play Seasons first, and then you extend it into Ages, and you beat Ganon in Ages, or you can start on Ages, extend it into Seasons, and then kill Ganon in Seasons.
Really?
So they're sequel prequels of each other?
So, like Pokemon Red and Blue.
No, because Red and Blue are their own games, just the version exclusives change. The thing with
So, like Black and White. Or, I mean, Black and White and Black 2, White 2.
no, because Black 2 and White 2 definitely happen after each other. You have to play Black 1 and then White 2 for it to make sense.
So it's choosing the order of the story.
Yes, that's much... There we go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, I was trying to think of a good way.
Yeah, you can choose where the story starts.
Well, okay. I occasionally just hear the rumble pack go off, and it freaks me out a little each time.
Alright.
Because I'm like, what is that noise? But, like, it's a fucking data pack to allow the game to function.
Well, you don't need it, but it's nice. I like how fancy the chests look in this game, just because it's gold and
brown.
the wood color's much better. Which I guess I really shouldn't say, because guess what? My eyes don't fucking work right, but there you go. Oh. Whoops.
And neighbors. Yay, neighbors.
I don't know if I can actually... Come on, knock it down. Damn it, I might have to knock that down later. That has a stray fairy in it. But I get the bow and arrow in this temple.
So...
Actually, all the temple treasures are related to the bow and arrow. So in this one, you get the bow and arrow, and then in the subsequent temples, you get the fire arrow, ice arrow, and light arrow in that order.
That's weird.
And
aren't there like a boomerang and shit? Or
there's no boomerang in this one. There's a hook shot, but you don't find that in a temple. You just find that along in the story.
Your friend Steve gives you a call, says, "Hey, I'm emptying out my garage. If you see anything in here you want, just take it." That's where the hook shot is.
There's a game theory on why the hook shot's a bad idea.
I know, I watched it. I love game theory.
That's how you kill them. You hop under their badass.
Is that the only way to kill them?
That is the only way to kill them.
That would be really annoying to figure out.
Oh, you'll love how Deku Link has to open chests.
Does he have to get inside them?
It's adorable.
Oh, he has to hop inside the chest.
He hops inside, and then he hops out.
I got a map.
Is it really important to me to have a map? No. Is it nice? Yeah.
Same with the compass.
There are things with how many times I've played this game I don't need, but I do like having them.
Well, it makes it feel like you're completing
I'm also
the area.
I'm totally anal retentive and like having everything. So that's the thing.
Yeah. Does this one I don't think this one would. This was way too early. I was going to say, does this have item upgrades like in A Link Between Worlds? Because I loved the My upgrades. Those were so cool.
No, yeah, you don't. That was actually the first one to incorporate direct item upgrades. So, you know, the fire rod becoming the nice fire rod or shit like that.
Yeah. That was so cool. I loved it. Because it made, like, for the sand rod, it was fucking useless.
Yeah, because you just extended something. Oh, and
it made it cost less.
Those moths do hurt. So, they're like, fire, I like fire. And then they see you holding fire, and they're like, I'm gonna kill you for fire. But
really?
Then they'll go to the hottest thing in the room, which is the fuse on your bomb, and go, fire, I want that fire, and then they blow up. But I didn't get a good chance to show that as an example because of me trying to kill a Skullchilla using just bombs, which worked out pretty damn well. I killed 2 birds with 1 stone without meaning to. So it worked, but not how I meant it to.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry, folks. Oh, Deku sticks do eventually, burn out, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But you can reset the Deku stick as long as you put it away or swing your sword.
Which is weird and shouldn't work.
It shouldn't, but it does. It's, like I said, N64. Got it a little
The
slow.
memory wasn't good enough to remember how much you'd used each stick. Or how much through a stick you were.
And it's a video game. Is it really worth remembering? Is it really?
Yes. Sky remembers how much you used a torch.
That's also Skyrim. That's a modern day video game, which looks gorgeous when you use a GTX 970 on a 1080p monitor.
I wouldn't know.
I have a hard-on for computer parts. And I actually gave my friend Keith, because he was still using a blue VGA cable, which stands for Video Graphics Adapter Cable. And it's shitty. It only gives
It's not shitty, it's just not the best.
It's an ancient standard that shouldn't be used by anyone anymore.
We're using AV cables right now, let's point that one out.
It's an ancient standard that shouldn't be used by anyone anymore unless we're recording video game footage.
That's just because HD recorders are expensive, and not all of my systems have HD cables or HD upscalers.
I know.
Like, I could technically get one for the PS2, but
this
and the PS3 and the Wii U have them.
This was not what the argument was about. The argument was, I gave him a white DVI cable, and I can't remember what DVI stands for off the top of my head.
But you also gave me a graphics card, because my computer couldn't take a DVI cable on its own.
You're right, I don't think it takes it.
No, it didn't.
But I gave him that, and image quality on his monitor vastly improved because
Oh,
it's a digital.
amazingly.
It's a digital signal, and he has a very nice 1080p monitor.
I do. The monitor is actually one of the better quality monitors you can find. It's just
So we were using it. He was using an ancient analog signal to try and output a very nice image, and it didn't work. You can actually spend extra money to get nice analog cables, but that doesn't make sense when for
digital is an option.
digital is an option. Oh yeah, what was nice about the graphics card because he has a pre-built system, which is
Yeah,
which
I
is,
bought. It was a pre-built system because it was cheap and it was easy.
and I will fix that one day.
Yeah, eventually I'm gonna get custom built shit and all that stuff. But
I don't believe in pre-built systems.
pre-built systems work if you don't really want to put in the investment. You don't know anything about computers. Like that's why you do it. Otherwise, you want to get like a custom build.
And the only pre-built system-wise, the only thing I believe in is laptops because there's not a lot of customization you can do. Which makes me sad because the case has to match the monitor, and then the monitor is picky about what motherboard it goes into. So when you buy a bare bones, the only thing you can really buy is a processor and then RAM.
And sometimes it's easier just to do an external upgrade.
Yeah. So I did that for someone's birthday. I gave him there was an older model laptop I had that used to be my grandfather's, my late grandfather's. But I didn't need it because it just did not have the horsepower for what I do, which is a lot of computer programming. And like computer programming, that's easy. It is, but I'm not about to sit there and wait for 30 minutes for something to compile and then not fucking work and have to fix the code and then wait another 30 fucking minutes for it to compile and then find out it doesn't work again. That shit will not fly, yo. Oh, and I guess what else is not gonna fly is the length of this episode.
That was dumb.